Alright. On to part 3. Last time we got quite a bit done. Let's just get this all pulled up. Right. Just let it import. So we'll hit play just so you can see what we added in the last time. We did some basic little flying animation and kind of started to build up our area, just our basic area to start with. But I went into my mental palace and thought of a much more complex area than this small little park with a pond and one hill, you know. But let's hit play just so we can see what it looks like already. Alright, so it is part 3 now. So we added our bee, we're able to move around a decent bit. I added a flower, haven't colored it yet. But so far, we can fly around. And looks like that flower is a good height, so you'll have to hover up a little bit to actually get the flower and pollinate it or whatever. I don't know what bees actually do with flowers. I'll figure it out eventually. I'll have to watch the PBS to understand, I'm sure. Alright, so first things first is I want to color up this flower so we can make a bunch more. So I want to make a new material, and this one is gonna be a bit of a dark green. This is gonna be like our main stem material here. Not much metal. We want it to be relatively smooth. Just a little bit of shine on it. And I'm gonna rename this to plant. So we'll start by dropping that onto our flower. And let's give the yellow to the center here. Oh, not the stem. And let's see if that plant looks good on the leaves for now. And let's create another material. We'll make this one bright pink. Right around there-ish. Gonna give it some shine. Let's rename that to purple. Alright, so now if we hit play, we won't have that boring white flower, at least. Looks a little better. And we'll make a bunch of these in a bunch of different models. Alright, so first thing I want to do is I want to take this park and I want to turn it off. And let's see here. I'm gonna add, just right now, I'm gonna add an empty. And I'm just gonna call it the ground for now. And the position, pop that at 0, 0, 0. And we're gonna go at negative 5. Or let's do negative 10. And let's add a component. Do a box collider. So for now, I'm just gonna make a big old box collider, just so there's a ground at least. Because I want to see if it's this flower that's causing my frame rate issues, or if it is... Actually, real quick, I want to go to my camera, and I'm going to remove the collider off the camera for now, just so that it isn't messing with anything at all. So it doesn't look great for our frame rate. I'll be honest. So I'm gonna take that flower, excuse me, and I'm gonna duplicate them. And let's get a top-down view. Let's zoom in a little better. And this is just to kind of populate an area to start with, so we can see if it's still gonna run properly with a bunch of these out here. And I'll throw a couple different colors on these guys so that they can look a little more unique. Get some yellow flowers, some more bright. These are, I guess, more of a bright pink. Should probably just name it magenta. Flower 12. Alright. So now let's just give it a fly and see if it really messes with us. Because we might have to update that flower model if it is. But that's not too big a deal. So it does look like it gets a little displeased. But that could also just be because I'm running a bunch of stuff on my computer right now. And I could also I could change the sensitivity for the mouse there. That's gonna help us so we're not just going out of the screen right away. Okay. And let's take the ground. If we look at where it is and remember that we hover above, let's take that and let's move it to, I'd say, -15. Might get us to a good height. That's kind of cool. Get the nice little reflection there. Nice little touch. And the ground is just a little too high, so I'm thinking -20. -19 might just get us right on top of the flower. And we'll add some colliders to these flowers as well. So let's add a few more colors down here that we can throw on our flowers just to give them a little bit more chance of being something different. Give name this Rose, like my grandma. Shout out Grandma Rose. All right. So I think we'll make this guy a rose right here. It's definitely a faster way to do this, but it's always kind of more fun to just drag out the colors. I think for now I'm gonna keep those center bits yellow because those are gonna get edited anyways because I don't really like the shape of them. You're gonna be red. Interesting. Let's see here. Spotify, what have you done? What has happened? What's happened here, mate? Oh. Everything's frozen? Question mark? Ah! Alright. That was, something else. Okay. Let's get back in there, make sure we got all the... So we got all the petals on that guy. And, let's see. We'll make this one red right here. Okay, let's create another one. common flower color. There's blue flowers, I'm assuming. There's definitely blue flowers. Watch me miss one of these and just give it a little piece of window or water for... Oh yeah, no, that looks fine. Alright. You there. You're looking a little blue. Alright. This one. I'll probably add one more color. I do want to make some yellow flowers. We should probably create like a slightly off-white. Add a little bit of peach to it. A little bit more of that peachy. I'm just gonna rename this to White Flower. It's quite the name. Get to this one. Okay. I think I'm gonna make, let's see, there's 4 pink ones, or yeah, 5 pink ones remaining. So I want to create just one more. I think go around the horn, kind of thinking of more of a dark purplish color here. Let's see. There we go. some of that perp. Nice. Good to know. You did such a great job making those. And we'll give that to this guy right here. So that way we can at least duplicate a few different ones. We can at least select a different color. Well, where did I just put that black shader? There we go. Jeez. Alright. So now let's hit play. Should look at least a little bit better. As we maneuver around. And one thing I want to do is I want to take the rotation of all these guys and just kind of quickly give them a spin. That way they're not all facing the same way. And this can be just the training area where you first learn how, you know, to pollinate. So there'll be a hive nearby. Still don't know how bees pollinate. I looked it up. I even listened to a thing on NPR about it. Didn't help. Alright, so let's go flower. And I'm just going to take these and pop a random number in there. In between 360 and 0. Okay, now all our flowers are at least facing a slightly different way. Gives them a little bit more variation. I don't know, they're probably supposed to be looking at the sun or something. I don't know, are only sunflowers that smart? Who knows? I don't know anything about the birds. Oh, why, especially not birds. Don't even get me started on birds, but I know nothing about bees. I'm really not a qualified expert here, but, you know, somebody's got to do the job. And that'll be me. So, alright. I think I want to take, let's see. I'm going to create a terrain. And hopefully this doesn't bite me in the tuchus. Let's get this kind of lined up there. That seems fine. Just want to see if our terrain is gonna... Can I add a shader to the terrain? Let's see. We'll give it a shot. Is this just gonna place a star? Let's read only. I could always have it be a render texture. Alright, I'm just trying to think if I want to do a terrain or not. It'll save me in a couple areas. Let's go into my 3D modeling. We'll go into Blender. And let's pull open our park. And redo that. Or, yeah, we'll open the recent. It's going to be the pack. Go to the pack, which only has these two crappy cubes, but this guy is quite the mess here, if you can tell. Just from that look alone. Alright. So, I think let's start off simple here by deleting that. And deleting that. And I think we're done. Good job. That'll be it. No, so let's take a plane. Right? And let's make it 100 by 100. Let's go into the modeling. And let's cut this boy up a bit. So I want to start with the basic shape of the area. So I want to raise this portion up. Take this just trying to visualize. select these together just so we can move them down a little bit. So this is going to be the highest point on our map. It might look very similar to what we had at first, but we're going to take each one of these pieces and kind of whittle them down until we have something we like a little better. So let's start. I just want to take this section, all 4 of these, and I'm going to move these out over here. I want to take all of these sections and spread them out. Tell me that's the shortest path. That's a joke. Alright, so let's start with this section right here. So let's get this middle line first. Gonna move them over here and move them down a little bit. Move that guy up. I want to try and keep everything in line for the most part, as much as I can. Okay. I want to take this section and I want to bring this out like that. Then also bring this over here. Okay. Take this section, cut it up. I want to and this guy we need to have up here. We need to raise this line up just so that it matches up with there, so we can put a sidewalk. Alright, so I want to take this guy. Oh, shame. I've made an error. I should have cut up all these pieces. I'm gonna bring this out and over here. Bring that up along with this guy. Throw a line down the middle of there, and then I'm gonna take that line and there we go. Now we got a river. Goes all the way. This geometry doesn't look messed up at all. It looks perfect. Alright. Because there's going to be water coming through there. And then out yonder that way. Over here, there'll be like a football field and stuff. Can I throw a subdivision surface on this? Does that work? Alright, so that's what so far our map looks like. Which is, I would say, a decent bit more complicated than what we had before. So let's give that the old save. And we'll throw that into our game. So let's get Unity open. And we'll see how it looks. So 3D objects, the park. And we're gonna throw that at 0, 0, 0. Why did I put all my flowers over there? That's a great question that I don't have an answer for. And honestly, my answer is whoops. Problem solved. Now I can at least see when the flowers go underneath. So there's like one flower that's completely out of it. This little guy hidden down here. It's a shame. Of course it's the purple flower. Alright. Let's throw some grass on this so we can actually see what we're looking at. It's just a big bright piece of white. So let's throw good old mesh collider on this bad boy. Let's take our ground and let's turn that off. And let's hit play so we can, oh, our poor thumbnail. It's all stuck. That's a shame. We'll have to get you moved, friend. Alright. But, let's go to the highest point. So, in terms of scale, I'm gonna, like, I think triple it. You know, I got doubles and triples of the Nova on the way, so probably triple it. Gonna be the way. We'll take the old scaly tool. Old scaly Dan. Actually, I know this sounds weird, but I'm gonna open my model and I'm gonna add a singular object. I'm gonna add a cube. Not in the modeling. But in the ye old layout, I'm gonna add a cube. I'm just gonna put it right up here to signify that there's gonna be a building, like right here-ish. But the other reason I'm doing that is if there's more than one object, then I can scale this much easier. Look at that. Look at how much that changed it. Just by, you know, doing whatever. So we'll get rid of the park. Throw in this park at 0, 0, 0. We'll take that bad boy. We'll move it down. There's us right there. Alright, so now you can see the park. It's at the scale of 1. If we go back into Unity, we can now drop this park in with the proper scale. So we'll throw that green shader back on there. We'll select this plane, and we want to add a mesh collider to the plane, not to the object itself. Okay. And now let's take the park. We'll multiply by 3. And this will give us a substantial map to work with. Move that a little bit down. In terms of, let's give that a, flowers are probably going to be floating. Oh, we had to fall quite a ways. So let's go up to the top of the hill first and take a look-see. So this is that cube where that building will be. Just seeing how long it takes me to get across the map, really. That'd be kind of ominous if they were just, if you were a bee and you could only fly so high and all the flowers were just floating above you. Like you could just see their shadow, but do nothing about it. That'd be sad. Are we to the river yet? I just want to make sure we can make it over all these humps and bumps. Okay, so let's go back into our park model in Blender, and let's add do a cube. Give us some size. This is gonna be our water for now. It'll be pretty basic, but that way we have at least something to look at. Kalispell approves zoning plans for major housing development. Wow, breaking news. Start out relatively basic. My goodness, what is wrong? I clearly want to move these three objects that I have selected, not select that object over there. Very frustrating. Why are you unselecting? What's wrong with you, mouse? Just gonna make the center slightly higher just because I don't know why. It's not gonna be an accurate river, it's just gonna be something to fill the place. Shank it through there like that. Doesn't have to look pretty. Just has to do the job. Alright, I just kind of want to see what that looks like. We'll throw our water texture on that. That's going to be this guy. There's something wrong with my mouse, which is a shame. Love my mouse. Get some water in there. So we'll see what it looks like. Not the best. Okay, well, I'm gonna say it looks like crap. Don't really know what's going on there. But we'll keep it there as a placeholder just so that we can see the water go through this river area. Oh, you would sink. Rip. Can you at least make it out? Skyrim, horse your way out. Come on. Alright. So that works for now. So let's take all our flowers. Let's move them over here into this open field section. That's very, very helpful to see. There we go. Rise. Unrise. So now we don't have floating flowers. We at least have everything looking, being in the right spot. Now you have a goal to strive for. So let's take our model. This is going to be our bridge, for the first one at least. Alright, so we want to make sure we're covering both sides. We're going to give this a little rotation after we model it, but I do want to give it that shape. Give it one more. Let's get in there. I want to select this one as well. And this guy. So you can move the center up. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate it and move it up. And I'm just gonna use this as the railing piece, essentially. So how I'm gonna do that. Just gonna take center. And I am gonna select out this whole side over here. Make sure I get everything. Okay, so we got this full side selected now. So I'm just going to separate this by the selection. So now I can take this guy, give it like a 3. Take this guy, give it like a 3. I'm actually going to move those back to where they were. So I need to subtract. Let's subtract 2. Now let's subtract 1 more. And then let's add 3 to this one. Oh, I should real quick take this side. Give it the old F. And we'll take this guy too. Do the same thing. That way we fill in that little inner gap there. There we go. Take these guys, move them down. I want to add a cylinder, and I'm going to take cube 2's position, apply it to that cylinder. That way we've got a cylinder sent around here. some bars thrown on this bad boy. I think I actually want to take... I'm just gonna put this right here, just because it looks better there. I'm gonna add one to this. Subtract off one from this guy. So let's duplicate this. I'm just gonna kind of do this willy-nilly, because you know, I can. I got decent precision by the eye, so. Okay, now we'll take all those cylinders. Just take a look at them where they are within the pole. They're a little bit off to the right, which is fine, because I just want to match that a bit by going a little to the left. Alright. So now let's take all those cylinders and those last 3 cubes, and let's give them a little bit of rotation this way. And let's stick that into the ground. And I just want to give it just a little bit of tilt this way. Not much. So let's give that the old save, and let's open up Blender or the Unity and see how that looks. Here is our little bridge. So let's create a new material real quick. We're gonna want a light brown and a dark brown. Oh, wow. Makes the area look really sad. Okay, let's create a steel of some sort. So this one is going to be gray. Some decent bit of metal to it. And then a fat bit of shine. Wow. Jeez. So we'll give the steel to these poles. And then I want to add a mesh collider to this guy. No, not a rigid body. Alright. Let's go down the hill. Take a look at our bridge here. First things first, it's in the water. Don't know how I messed that up. But can we go over the bridge? We can go over the bridge. Okay. I like that. I can just see right down in there. You can just hover nicely on this top line. There we go. Okay, so well, there's your issue. You think somebody can step onto this bridge without getting their little footsie wet? That is preposterous. I guess I could always just move it, because it's already built, you know? But then I'd have to move everything. Alright, let's go back in a blender. And we'll get this repositioned, but I think we'll give it a pause there, and I'll see you later.